99 Jam South Florida's only station for hip-hop and R&B. Congratulations going out to Voyette Lee. She's got those Halloween Horror Night tickets, and my warm line is ringing. I'm expecting a call from Keisha Knight Pulliam. So let me go to the phone lines. 99 Jams, hello. Who is this?
Tahira.
Tahira, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm doing well. I guess you're the one I need to get in contact with anytime I'm trying to reach Keisha Knight Pulliam, huh?
Exactly.
Well, let me speak with her.
Okay, Keisha.
Yeah.
Hey, I have you on with Lorenzo, Ice Tea Tony.
Lorenzo!
What's up, baby?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm glad I saw you at the what was it, the Mother's Day concert?
Yes, it was.
So I'm glad at least I've been able to lay eyes on you in 2012, but I know it is a big year. Tell me about what's going on with the campaign.
Just, talking to Miami, as we know, Florida is a crazy state. It's so important when it comes to this election, and it has been, in so many elections past, trying to get everyone out to vote. It is so important, for us to elect President Obama. It's that simple, and exercise, our right as American citizens.
We're going to get to all that, but Keisha, you got to tell me, baby, the people in your circle, are they really passionate about, are they really talking about this election?
Absolutely. It's definitely a topic of discussion. We understand, in my age group, we're getting a little older now, so in your 30s,
I know this. Yes.
You really start to realize how it impacts your life. Mm-hmm. You start to understand that government and the decisions that are made there directly not only impact your life, but your future children's lives.
Right.
So it's important, it doesn't matter if you can sit around in your living room and argue all day. That's great. That's great to start the discussion. But at the end of the day, none of that matters if you do not cast your ballot.
That's right. And if you're just checking in, got Keisha Knight Pulliam on the line, of course. Hey, this early voting is about to start. And Keisha, do you have any information about absentee ballots or people that may want to vote early, what they need to do?
It's really important, if you're not there, to do your absentee ballots. If you need information, you can go to www.gottaregister, like really, G-O-T-T-A, register.com.
Right.
And, everyone just needs to be registered by October 9th in Florida, so that they can get out and vote.
That's right, and it's so important that we get everyone out to vote. Now, speaking about people in your circle, I know you do a lot of work with him, Tyler Perry. I interviewed him back in 2008, and he told me, Keisha, in 2008, that was the first time he had ever voted.
Oh, my goodness.
He told me, I could not believe that. But the thing is, we have a lot of people that are right now that are listening to this interview between you and I that have not voted, and they don't realize it's so easy to get registered. We all know about the Republicans trying to pass those voter ID laws, and we're going to get around that, souls to the polls, and it may not be the Sunday before the election. Well, look, we'll move it up one Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why it's important to go to, these websites, to go to find out ahead of time, what is it that I need?
Right.
So you don't get there unprepared.
Right.
So there's so much information out there. Get the information, know exactly what it is that you need to go to the poll, to be able to vote. Make sure where your polling station is.
That's right, Keisha, and knowing that polling place is so important regardless of who you're going to vote for.
And, I know I'm voting for President Barack Obama, and I know that he's the choice for me because he's representing all of the ideals and putting forward the legislation that matters to me. Mm-hmm. But you have to go. You got to go in there, and if you want to see the change continue, you have to vote for President Barack Obama.
Now, if you're just checking in, we're talking to Rudy Huxtable.
Really, Lorenzo.
As I continue to call you Keisha Knight Pulliam throughout the interview, but for those that just didn't put two and two together, but when you come across that young person, that says they're not going to vote, what are some of the things that you try to instill in them and encourage them to go out there and let their voice be heard?
Well, I tell them that, you can't sit back and complain. You're part of the problem if you're not going to be part of the solution. You can't sit back and want change but not be a part of that. Mm-hmm. Especially for students and for women, like healthcare is great. That's important. With President Obama, you can stay on your parents' healthcare until you're 26 years old.
That's right.
And anyone who's gotten to that threshold and had to pay for it, you're like, are you serious, it's expensive.
Right.
You know, Pell Grants, you know, minorities are one of the biggest recipients of them. You know, a lot of people, education is so important to be able to attain your dreams. And a lot of people, money is what stands in the way of that. President Obama has doubled Pell Grants so people can go to school, can get an education. All people, regardless of if your parents can afford to pay for it for you or not.
So true, Keisha. And there's one more thing I want you to drop some knowledge on. A lot of people wonder or say to me, the president hasn't done anything for the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I want them to remember.
What do you think Romney's going to do for the hood?
Exactly. But
that?
they got to realize that, you know, from day one at their inaugural ball while the president was dancing with the first lady, you had people in the GOP that were having a meeting, a Stop Obama meeting, 2 to 3 blocks away on the same night of their inaugural ball. So while he's becoming the president, they're planning on putting politics before the country on the night of the inaugural ball. So there was never going to be any bipartisanship. That was their game plan, to make him a one-term president from day one. And that's something that everyone needs to know.
But moreover, you need to look at the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what it is that, you know, Romney is saying, this is what I believe and this is what I stand for. And look at what President Obama stands for. And see which ones are in line with your priorities. What are the things that are important to you? Are they, you know, being the voice that you have yourself? Like, it's really simple. Like, it's not rocket science.
No,
it's not. Really look at, okay, this is how this voting records are public record. How has this person voted?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And are they supporting the causes that are important to my life and to my family and to my future?
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's that simple. I mean, just dealing with women alone, like, you know, how the Republicans in healthcare, look at the state of Texas right now. You know, I'm doing a lot of work with Planned Parenthood as well. And, you know, it's not just about, you know, a lot of people look at it about abortion, but it's not about that. They are one of the largest providers of preventative care for both men and women who don't have the money for themselves.
Right.
Most of what they do is cancer screenings, is, you know, it's just wellness care.
And it's definitely all being taken care of. So for those of you that are looking to get registered to vote right now, you can find out if you are registered to vote. You can also find out where your polling place may be. What are the websites that people can go to, Keisha?
You can go to www.gottaregister.com.
I didn't get a chance to ask you about House of Pain and, you know, what you're working on, but go ahead and put those gratuitous plugs in right now. Let people know what you're doing, sweetie.
Yeah, well, you know, we've actually, our last episode of House of Pain aired earlier this summer, actually. So I know a lot of the fans were up in arms about that, but, you know, besides that, I have my nonprofit, which I'm doing a lot of work with. I'm really enjoying working, you know, with the campaign and, you know, going to different states in the rallies. But Camp Kizzy is my baby.
Camp Kizzy, huh?
www.campwithakizzy.org, and it's all about girls and empowering them. This is my second year doing it. I, again, did a summer camp at Spelman College, my alma mater. It was free for all girls, 11 to 16, who registered to come. We had almost 100 girls, and it was a 4-day workshop, you know, dealing with, you know, my motto is this: girls who are empowered, who have self-esteem, who understand their worth, become women who do as well. So often we try to untrain them once they've learned bad habits, once they're grown women, but we need to start with them young so we can instill that sense of value from the beginning.
Well, Keisha, thank you so much for the phone call, and definitely, of course, we're going to be out there supporting the president, and however you want to vote, we just want to make sure you go out there and let your voice be heard. Keisha, thank you so much for the call, baby.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.